Friends, anger is a natural human emotion that we all experience. There can be many reasons for anger, such as being treated unfairly or experiencing challenging situations in our daily lives or past experiences. Research has found that letting it all out only escalates anger and does nothing to help you resolve the situation. If you feel angry often, feel like your anger is out of control, or if your anger is hurting others and causing damage to your relationships, then you may have anger issues. Though the positive side of the anger might help developing the stronger relationship bonds among partners, but on the negative side it may force couples to drift apart and setting bad example for children, resulting in physical abuse and emotional, mental, or sexual abuse. If you are someone who has a hard time controlling the anger or letting the emotions control you every time something goes wrong, then friends, give this story a read. Here is the story of Buddha and the angry man that can change your perspective of anger and resentment. Once Gautama Buddha was on a journey, and he had to pass through a village. When the people from the village got to know about this, they were extremely happy to see him and listened to all his speeches and teachings with great dedication and respect. However, there was one man who felt the opposite. He did not like Buddha and believed that he was nothing but a fraud who brainwashed people. So, when Buddha was giving his speech, the man stood in front of him and started screaming at him, hurling abuses. But Buddha was unfazed. He was completely unaffected by the angry man's insults and continued giving his speech. This made the man angrier. So he said, "You don't have any right to spread wisdom to others. You don't have any right to give speeches and teach anything to other people." Hearing his harsh words, Buddha's followers tried to attack and overpower him, but Buddha stopped them and said, "It is not always necessary to counter aggression with aggression." Instead, he turned to the angry young man, and with a smile on his face, asked him, "Tell me something. If you buy a gift for someone and that person refuses to accept it, to whom does the gift belong? To you or to them?" The young man was taken aback by this question, so he thought about it a little bit and finally answered, "It would naturally belong to me since I was the one who bought the gift in the first place." The Buddha, with a serene and knowing smile on his face, said, "That is correct. And it is exactly the same as your anger. If you are angry and hostile towards me and I choose to not react and feel insulted, then the anger goes back to you. You are then the only person who is disturbed and annoyed. So, all you have done is hurt and bothered yourself, while I am happy and peaceful in my own life." The man understood what the Buddha was saying, and felt immensely embarrassed. The man explained that he had been disappointed by religious leaders in the past, and that he no longer had faith in the teachings of the wise. Buddha listened to the man's story, and instead of becoming defensive, he approached him with compassion and understanding. Buddha told the man that it was natural to have doubts and to question what one believes, but that it was important to seek the truth and to approach it with an open mind and heart. He then offered to answer any questions the man had about his teachings. The man, taken aback by Buddha's compassion, began to ask questions, and over time, his skepticism and anger faded away as he began to understand the wisdom of Buddha's teachings. The man eventually became a follower of Buddha, embracing the teachings and spreading the message of love and compassion wherever he went. He realized that his anger and skepticism had been fueled by his own ignorance and that he had been too quick to judge without truly understanding. He also realized that holding on to anger will only hurt him and not the person he was angry with. If you are like some people, you may feel like your anger hits you in an instant. Then here are 10 best anger management techniques for those ready to get your anger under control. 1. Think before you speak. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to say something you'll later regret. Take a moment to figure out what's bringing up angry feelings. Listen and ask questions to better understand the situation before reacting based on how you feel. 2. Once you are calm, express your concerns. You stand a better chance of being heard if you speak calmly rather than scream. It's perfectly fine to take a short break or some deep breaths to soothe your anger first. 3. Get some exercise. Physical activity can help reduce stress that can cause you to become angry. If you feel your anger escalating, go for a brisk walk or run. Or spend some time doing other enjoyable physical activities. Going for a walk or doing yoga can help work out some of the intensity of your emotions. 4. Take a time out. Timeouts aren't just for kids. Give yourself short breaks during times of the day that tend to be stressful. A few moments of quiet time might help you feel better prepared to handle what's ahead without getting irritated or angry. 5. Identify possible solutions. Instead of focusing on what made you mad, work on resolving the issue at hand. Always understand that some things are simply out of your control. Try to be realistic about what you can and cannot change. Remind yourself that anger won't fix anything and might only make it worse. 6. Stick with I statements. Criticizing or placing blame on others might only increase tension. Instead, use I statements to describe the problem. Be respectful and specific. Starting sentences with the word I can help you communicate your thoughts without blaming others. 7. Don't hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a powerful tool. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. Forgiving someone who angered you might help you both learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship. 8. Use humor to release tension. Lightening up situation can help diffuse tension. Humor can be a useful coping mechanism for stress. Learn how to develop your sense of humor and find the way to overcome the situations that make you angry to be clear how things should go. But use humor with caution to avoid sarcasm, though, as it can hurt feelings and make things worse. 9. Practice relaxation skills. When your temper flares, put relaxation skills to work. Deep breaths can stabilize heightened emotions. It's like pressing a pause button just long enough for you to regain a sense of control. Practice deep breathing exercises, imagine a relaxing scene, or repeat a calming word or phrase, such as, "Take it easy," and "all is well." You might also listen to music, write in a journal, or do a few yoga poses, whatever it takes to encourage relaxation. Also, counting to 10 is another way to press the pause button on your anger. 10. Know when to seek help. Learning to control anger can be a challenge at times. Seek help for anger issues when it causes significant distress in your life or problems in your relationships. Yes, life is full of unpredictable events, losses, and frustrations that can cause justifiable anger. However, one should know how to control and how to react to such situations so that your anger does not make you unhappy in the long run. Friends, I am ending this speech with the timeless quote of Buddha: "No matter what the situations are, if you surrender yourself to anger, the anger will always take your life away from you." Thank you, friends, for your valuable time. Subscribe the channel to watch more interesting videos. Please do share, like and comment.